Welcome to Fourth Adam's Settlement Talks.
If you want to study along, it was May 1st, 1997. The speech is personal salvation versus collective salvation. Now is the time for all these old church or church-related signs to come down. A new form should emerge. The church era focuses on individual salvation. However, it is time to rise from the individual level of salvation to the family level, because the family is the cornerstone or basic unit for building a nation.
When I'm hearing the Hundake, I'm thinking Father declares a new age where ultimately individual salvation is transcended into collective salvation. So when we inherit that collective salvation because we're his children.
Collective salvation, you can think of that as coupleism.
Coupleism. And a new paradigm is created where you're actually generating love within a couple, a love that has never existed before in humanity within the relationship of marriage. And so, like Adam actually expanded fallen love, true Adam ultimately expands the heavenly version of it, the actual genuine version of it, where we're part of a story that goes beyond creation and connects to God himself. So
I was reading about this. A lot of people will look at the energy or the mannerisms in true parents couple, and they'll be like, oh, that doesn't look any different. This problem is overcome if you actually honor Father's thought system. He said, you primarily have to look at your spouse as God's daughter, and then see that your spouse came to you being God's daughter. You didn't get a woman. He said, you don't think of your spouse as, oh, that's my man, because that's centered on your wants and your plans. But I received God's daughter. Then when you signed up for marriage, you signed up for God's hopes for his daughter.
So what did you think of this morning's topic for Hundake?
the talk this morning was very important because I think it's a real issue that people have to understand. Well, if the church era is over, which Father is clearly saying, then what does that kind of develop into? What is the next step that unificationists or people who love Father are actually striving for or being part of? So from a topic of conversation, this is the discussion of the movement that's not being had, or it's just being shut out, because if we are moving toward a family-centric model and harmony in the home and absolute sex-centered ethics, then focusing on that actually eliminates the need for the church. So churches are made to be hospitals. Churches are made to where you recognize that you're sick, but you can't stay sick forever. And Father has declared the time of churches is over. So you actually have to make that declaration inside to where you're saying, I'm going to stand in the authority that Father has given me and really develop this new way, just in our own personal lives.